You had Frosted Flakes' Tony the Tiger, Hamburger Helper's Helper, and A&W Root Beer's The Great Root Bear. These were just some of the icons that rose up during our time on commercial TV.
Domino's Noid versus 7-Up Spot on
Retro Dojo!
This episode of Retro Dojo is brought to you by Masterminds Incorporated. The Noid was Domino's pizza wrecking mascot.
Smash it, freeze it, blow it up.
Water balloons, pizza seeking missiles.
Oh yeah, no.
He had everything. His job was to ruin your pizza, which is, if you think about it, it's a little odd that Domino's mascot was a guy who was intent on ruining Domino's pizza.
Yes.
And then, of course, Spot was just the red dot from the 7-Up logo with sunglasses and arms and legs.
Yep, and there was multiples of them.
Yeah.
There was multiples. Have you ever watched any of the commercials? I see one right there. There was multiples of them.
Need an outlet for change.
12,000. But they... Yeah.
Into the light.
Well, I don't know.
12,000.
Mostly they were in
Numbers!
commercials. That's stuff I'm talking. They were, of course, commercial mascots for their respective products. But they were also kind of like a series of commercials. There were dozens of Noid and Cool Spot commercials. And, of course, that branched off into video games.
Yep.
The Noid wasn't a great one. The Cool Spot one was good. I liked the Cool Spot games.
I loved the Cool Spot ones. I remember the, I don't know, what do you want to call them, elevator things where, you'd slide down, you had to collect all the... Because I think the point of the game was collecting all of the spots throughout the levels.
Yeah, I can't remember. That sounds about right.
I think the Noid, you would just collect things. I don't really...
Well, I think you were supposed to destroy pizza. Oh, I can't remember. I
don't remember either. If
you
know,
remember?
Let us know.
Do you have a copy of the game? Post them down in the comments. If you have a picture of the game, or if you actually have a copy of the Noid game or the Cool Spot game, that would be super awesome.
Yeah, or even toys. I remember they came out with toys.
Yeah, they had
the
toys.
Spot. I remember if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could get the Spot and it would have the flexible legs and arms.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you could bend him. He was posable.
Yeah. And then the Noid, they had the plush Noid. I remember.
Yep. I think
one
he
of
had
my friends'
a bendable version.
cousin or something had one.
They had a bendable one where you
Did
could bend his ears.
One? Okay.
And of course, the Noid, he actually had a little more pop culture relevance because he's been in episodes of The Simpsons. He's been in episodes of Family Guy.
Yep.
They were talking about making a show for the Noid, but of course the network was like, that's just an obvious ploy to commercialize Domino's. I don't know. It was just...
He was like a rabbit / human /
Yeah. Well, back in the 80s, Group 243 was the advertising company that handled Domino's, and they basically drew up a bunch of concepts, and that's what they picked. So
that's what they picked.
The guy's just
he must have closed one eye and was like, that one.
Yeah, it's a rabbit man.
Yeah. Ugly rabbit man.
He ears like a rabbit, and he looks like he's from the Bronx or something.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what are you doing to that pizza?
What you doing?
It's just, forget about it.
Yeah, it's a deep dish. What you doing with a deep dish?
That's Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
What do people from Chicago sound like?
Oi.
No, I don't think that's like... Oi.
That's how they say
it. Hey, it's Chicago. Is that right? Da Bears. That's what Chicago sounds like.
Da Bears, da Bulls.
Yeah, that's all. That's
Thank
all
you, Chris
we know.
Farley.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So yeah, the Noid actually had a lot more relevance than Cool Spot. But I mean, Cool Spot was still cool. He had the better game.
Yeah, he had the better game.
But Noid shows up more.
And it was, that is weird.
And I think he's actually the only mascot he's like an anti-mascot. He's not even a mascot. He's not.
Well, that is true, yeah. Because he always wants to destroy the pizza. That's what it was.
He wanted to make
he
it
would always
ruined.
destroy other pizzas, but the Domino pizza he could not destroy. That's what it was.
Oh, that's...
Because if you watch the commercial...
that was the thing. Avoid the Noid. You could avoid the Noid by getting Domino's pizza.
Because I remember one commercial distinctively where he was freezing the pizzas, and then he would try to freeze the Domino pizza, and then he turned the freeze thing up or whatever, and then it explodes. And everything was covered in snow except for around the pizza because it was still warm.
Domino's pizza is so superior that it defies the laws of thermodynamics.
Physics.
And Noids. What was the Noid supposed to be a knockoff of a Noid? Like, I'm a Noid, my pizza
You know what?
is
I wonder
bad?
if that's what it is.
What's
Yeah.
it from? I don't know. And the cool spot's obvious because it's the 7-Up had a red dot, and they were like,
Let's do something with that dot.
which came first? Let us know that.
Yeah.
Was the Noid... I mean, everything kind of had like a cartoon character thing, especially if you wanted kids to buy. I mean, Domino's was probably not targeting kids because it was just a genuinely funny... I loved the Noid commercials. I thought they were hilarious.
I thought they were funny.
In the cool spot...
Cola that picks up where colas leave off.
Red dot.
You want
But
the
you just was there.
7-Up.
Like,
When you
most of the
want to taste
mascots have a
un-
point. Like, Tony the Tiger gives you Frosted Flakes because they're okay. Count Chocula yell at Charlotte.
Words?
Count Chocula is a vampire. I don't know what he does.
To be honest with you, if you really think about it, any food-related mascot really has no significance to the actual food.
It's true, except that the Noid is still an anti-mascot because I
True,
don't know of any other food mascot whose job it was to destroy the product they were trying to sell. But I mean, it worked
I can't think of
obviously.
anybody. If you can think of one, let us know because I can't think of.
Yeah, are there any other mascots out there whose job it was to destroy the thing they were trying to sell? They're usually
Right.
promoting it or showing you its benefits or
Right.
this is how it's better than this other thing. But or Captain Crunch, who he just like make it happen, Cap'n. But what? What was he making happen? Cereal? Breakfast?
He's making you eat it. Eat the cereal now.
Eat it. I have PTSD.
From the war. I've been on the ship way too long.
Does he have scurvy?
I don't.
You can't just live on Cap'n Crunch. Crunch berries do not have vitamin C. I think actually they're probably fortified with vitamin C.
But
yeah, so it's a cool spot, and the Noid were both.
Yep. I mean, realistically,
I like the
the
Noid
only that was weird though. The only, if you really think about it, the 7-Up commercials were just plain. I mean, they did have a little humor, but the Domino's Noid commercials had more humor. But then the Spot's video game was better than the Noid video game.
Yeah, that's
so they
true.
did have some pluses there.
I would still say at the end of the day, the Noid is superior to Cool Spot just because he was an engaging character. People wanted to see more of his adventures.
And he's still used today.
He was like the Wile E. Coyote of mascots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he never won. Everything blew up in his face. And
it's true.
So yeah. What do you think? Do you like Cool Spot better? Do you like the Noid better? Do you like Count Chocula better? I don't know. Do you have no preference at all? Or do you only eat raw? Are you a raw food vegan? So none of these matter at all. But let us know down in the comments. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. What do they do with the bell?
Bing!
Click it to get notifications of our shows. They drop every Thursday at 10 a.m. We'll see you next time on Retro Dojo.
Bye-bye!